Do you have a habit or a tendency to go down into the victim role, to play the victim, to become the victim of other people? And saying that, I know that's not something we want to admit to or say, oh yeah, I do that. But some signs to tell you if that is something, if that is a role that you take on. And this happens to a lot of people on the end of the spectrum towards empath, people pleasers, people who feel like they get walked on, take advantage of, those types of things. You hear yourself say things in relationships like, they don't want to be with me. They'd rather be with somebody else. I guess I'm not very fun. Other people are more fun than me. Maybe I'm too old. You start to look at any negative quality of yourself and then assume that that is the reason. Assume that that is why they're not calling you, or they're not texting you, or they're not coming to see you. You assign a negative quality to yourself. And as soon as you do that, you feel bad. You feel low. You feel worthless. You feel unimportant. You feel alone. You feel left out. You feel all of those things that victims feel. Victims feel not good enough, so they deflate themselves to the point of feeling so horrible about themselves, and then wanting, this is the cycle that happens. You deflate yourself, and then you want the other person that has is involved in you deciding these things about yourself, assuming these things because of certain behaviors that they have done. You want them to change their behavior then to make you feel better, to show you, to prove to you that you do matter, that you are important, that you are special to them, that they do want to hang out with you, that you are fun, that whatever it is, you want them to change their behavior to prove to you, to convince you, to pull you up out of this space of feeling really, really horrible about yourself. What you have to see is that, yeah, maybe their behavior triggered that chain of thoughts that you had. Maybe it did, but it's your mind and those thoughts that put you into this victim hole that is making you feel the way that you are feeling. It is the thoughts that you are having, which is good news, because if it was just based off of their behavior, yes, you would be at their mercy to feel better. You would have to wait on them to do something different, to say something, to encourage you, to lift you up, to pull you up out of the hole. And some people will do that for you for a while, and until they realize what's happening and they get tired of it, and you have a self-fulfilling prophecy. Then they don't want to be around you. Then you become too much. You become too heavy. You become too whatever. And it started, maybe their behavior started it, but your mind and its dialogue internally and what you believed about yourself put you down into this space. So that is good news, because if your mind is causing you to go there, you can change that. You can catch those thoughts, those assumptions that it must be you. There must be something wrong with you. You must not be good enough. You must be unimportant. You must be someone that no one wants to be with, that no one wants to hang out with. And that is, and I hate to say it this way, it sounds harsh, but it is self-pity. It is some really, really, really low beliefs about yourself. And you have to change it right there. So yes, maybe their behavior triggers it. Maybe they do something, say something that hurts you. But instead of assuming or going into this, well, it must be me and I must be this, there's a million other reasons that this could have happened. It could be something going on with them. It could be an insecurity on their end. It could be a million things. But we elevate that person as saying, you're standing up here as in the higher position, and now I've let my mind put myself down here in this victim hole, and I need you to pull me out because you're so much higher up, and you're the prize, and you're the value, and I want you to want me, and that's the mistake, like to put them, to elevate them and lower ourselves, and then want them to save us, and it's not a healthy relationship. And if you want to have a healthy relationship with them or anybody else, you must first start to have that healthy relationship with yourself and not allow your mind to take you into those feelings of self-pity, of saying, oh, well, yep, see, I've noticed a change in their behavior, and yep, they don't want to be with me. I knew it all along. Like, why? Why do we do that? Why not say, you know what? I'm fun to be with. I'm actually a lot of fun to be with. And there are people out there who will appreciate that. And if it's not this person, that's fine. But that doesn't mean that it's something about me. That doesn't mean that I'm unlovable. It doesn't mean I'm unwanted. It doesn't mean anything unless I make it mean that. Unless I allow my mind to tell me that and convince me of that. Which if any of this is sounding familiar at all, you have done many, 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 many times. Like that's now become your mental habit or your mental tendency. So you will need to break that by starting a new line of thought when another's behavior triggers those, old beliefs in you, those old assumptions of, oh, well, it must be me and I must not be very fine, or they found someone else, or yeah, that's why they're not texting so much because they're off talking to somebody else now, and you catch it right there and say, okay, well, maybe so, I don't know, that's true, not true, I don't know. All I know is I have to catch my thoughts right now and not allow it to take me down to the places it normally takes me down, because that feels horrible, horrible. And then I'm at the mercy, or I think I'm at the mercy of the other person, convincing me now that no, I really like you and everything's fine. And so you're wanting them to soothe you, to soothe your insecurity. And what I'm suggesting is you stop it before you get to the insecurity. You stop it before it takes you down into that place where you feel like you need rescued and convinced now. If you do get there, go ahead and convince and rescue yourself. But my suggestion, and you do that with your words, with your thoughts. No, you are lovable. You are wanted. You are this. You are that. But my suggestion is you catch it before you get down into the hole. You catch it before it takes you down into an insecurity that you need rescued and saved from. And you say, well, wait a minute. I could sit here and assume that the reason that they're not inviting me to this or inviting me to that or talking to me or their behavior has changed. I can go ahead and assume my old pattern of thinking, or I could say, you know what? I don't know, but I'm fun to be around. I'm lovable. I'm kind. I'm nice to people. I take care of people. You grab hold of some strength in yourself. You start to build strength in yourself, speaking strong words to yourself. Strong, and just notice how much different you feel. Of course I'm wanted. Like, people love to have me around. I'm fun. I'm kind. I'm giving. I'm nurturing. I'm caring. I am loving. I am all of those things. Why would they not want to have me around? You got to kind of move yourself toward the middle. You got the two extremes, the empath and the narcissist, and we don't want to be on either end. Move yourself to the middle, balanced place of I say nice things about me, and I build strength up in myself, not overboard. None of us are out here to be, have big egos or say we're the most awesome thing in the world. It's not about that. But it is about not going into that weak, beat down, unloved, unwanted, feeling sorry for ourselves space anymore, but to stay in that middle line of saying, I'm an amazing person, and I do amazing things with people and for people, and I love people, and they love me. And just see how much better that feels than your old dialogue. I hope this helps you.